Hello, you wonderful human. Unless you're a dirty politician, they stand on the stage, all smiles, no shame. Can't even go on with the words, they're just such disgusting creatures. Dirty politician. Where is the true comedy in politics? The fact that the lowest denominated echelon of IQ, because it can be nothing more than that, apart from moral corruption, to want to so clearly and blatantly and arrogantly just misappropriate resources, to blatantly lose funds. For the Spirit of Tasmania boat debacle, for best of my understanding, to be 10 times over its budget. How is that acceptable on any planet where 10 times over its budget means $1 billion was taken away from the decreasing number of people in Tasmania, though the census in August will be interesting, to now 500,000. We lose $1 billion for 500,000 people, and no one's beyond the comprehension of disgusted that we have hungry, homeless children. We literally have rats in police cells, and I think the building itself is just across the road from the bus stop where everyone travels and all the tourists. Oh, the horror. I was at that bus stop with screaming pock-faced bogans in their pyjamas and dressing gowns and blankets, bless them. And that was a trait in America, I wonder if still exists, where mental patients were just shuffled, sorry I use that term, but what the fuck, the drug addled, the physically destroyed, the chemically damaged, emotionally, physically abused, neglected humans were just sent on buses in between, different mental health fucking places. And I've been with bus drivers that are psychopaths. Like, God, shout out to the school bus driver who used to tut constantly when it was dead silent. What? Fuck me, I always thought we were going to go off a bridge. The true comedy of teaching lies in how you survive an excursion. One of my first excursions in Melbourne, we took the kids, actually I wasn't with this group, they were the prior, but they took the kids to the city centre. Half of them nicked off shoplifting. The other half went to a skate park where there was some journalistic piece about fuck knows what, filming from, the most biased channel, the ABC. And the kids going, yeah, school's fucked, teachers are fucked, it's all fucked. It's like, oh shit. I mean, with preps, you can literally tie a string around their wrists and keep them in a wobbly fucking dragon of a line. Let's all be dragon's tail people. But for teenagers in public that are not right, they're just such solid gold. I took a class to an op shop. Oh my God, they just complain about the smell of death and fucking few of them found some, wonderful antique gems, but Lordy comedy's funny. So, political comedy. What do we understand politics to be? It's our own definition, isn't it? It is our own if I'm speaking to you in a Western consciousness where my laryngeal system, my exhaled breath, has triggered in you a knowledge response and, I guess, mental imagery. But if we exist in this world of comprehension and shared thought and language and clarity, we can't denigrate it now, as it seems we have the most misogynistic government in Australian history. We have a premier who denigrated his wife, who displayed the lowest IQ, and that's okay. We can be troglodytes. I am in so many facets of my life. I don't fucking understand technology. Shiny bit of plastic, go for gold. You know, $700 for your bit of plastic, go for gold. But what I can equate is a knowledge base and understanding, a perception or respect that you don't denigrate your wife. We have a state government of 500,000 people that is beyond. Now, I've been immune. My comedy has not been political. The timing of it was simply with my retirement from teaching. The universe handed this to me in the year of the fire horse, you know, which I am with many constellations in bullshit and greedy. But it's just unbelievable that what we've tolerated, and we don't have the government we vote for, you know, we play a game. The Westminster system is inherently flawed because what the genuine fuck? What the genuine fuck? We stand on the stage, all smiles, no shame, born in a different time and a place. I actually really don't like country and western. Apologies for channeling that. So trying to wrap a head around a basic premise and where to go from there. So the political fire of the stadium resulted in such vitriol that when I did my research, the comments, which even the comments you get are probably 50%, who knows, but there is a educating of the algorithm. The bots are learning from us. AI inevitably will take over. Not in my lifetime, I don't think. Fingers crossed, unless I get a robotic body, that's always a bonus, to be pain-free. But what is political comedy? We know at its core, it's shit-stirring, it's pointing fingers, it's saying, hang on, this isn't right. How can this shit be right? And it's just not. I was off track saying we don't get the government we vote for. We get the government that we're apathetic to change. And again, that's part of playing the system. And I think the true geniuses are the people stepping back, going off grid, not being part of the system. I will not spend a cent on Amazon or any of Mr. Musk's products. He's got more than enough money on earth. Same with the Catholic Church, world's largest tax-free organisation. Same with the AFL fucking football, tax-free organisation, religious cult-like status. It is the refuge of the lonely, as all religion and group cults are. And good on them, you know, screaming young, virile, fit people, fucking put a roof over their head. Millionaires, multi-millionaires, just fucking, it's all scream. It's the disgusting disparity of actually saying, and I only rely on the portals of news that are very narrow, but the direct posting from ministerial departments is beyond the comprehensions of hysterical. But to say money's being taken from palliative care, like the most broken health system, and that's just completely ignored, not acknowledged, not apologised for. I can't listen to the narrative, the rhetoric, the sheer language and vocal speaking skills of these fuckwits that stand in front of a microphone. All shame. Sorry, no shame. Yeah, move on, get on with it, that was the past, we're moving forward now, I've done this, I've done that, I'm doing this. And the chin flops up and down on one of them. Another one looks like a violent alcoholic, like they will launch themselves at you and punch you in the face. You know, there's a terrifying cohort, and I can denigrate in all good faith because every morning these dickheads wake up and they make the choice, no one's forcing them, to support the stadium and support a censured premier and support the basic amoral premise that it's okay to have the worst of everything. We can have the worst education. The anathema, the oppositeness of an auto cue reader fucking running education. Just sitting and reading liberal diatribe, liberal funded media, the quaint mythology of the Tasmanian relic that is the thing we cling to. Like, fuck me in a dead hole. Like someone oversharing their life to the point of insanity, and that is the cult of celebrity, and moving that into the political arena. It's sad. It is a sad reflection on loneliness, on the combination of that and narcissism. You know, I'm not going to educate and write essays, I'm only fucking elucidating from a comedy perspective. But what on planet Earth is fucking funnier than Ferguson the fuckwit in the midst, M-I-D-S-T, I don't know, the middle of a fucking yoga class or some lie on the floor with your ass in the air scenario. He and the education minister join heads for a photo. Ass in the air, people taking photos of the back of their heads. Like, if that isn't a level of narcissism, like if I had that, I go within nowhere of fucking put the 500 metre rule, if my voice can carry that loud. Who fucking knows? But I keep away from politicians. They're disgusting creatures. And I have a physical, visceral, like in my lower, you know, above the belly button in the gut region, reaction to greed and incompetence. And that's the thing, these liberal politicians get up every day, make the choice to follow a censured leader, follow a flawed plan, if you can call it that. You know, it's some mind fart of a direction. It's some denigrated thought bubble with the initial media release. That was the camera going sideways. Oh, for fuck's sake, the excitement there. The shivers down my spine that we have aspirational goals now for football. Oh, fuck, we've been told for so long we're no good, but now we go footy team. Oh, it's just appalling. And the fact that aside from the economic, the amoral nature, the environmental destruction. It is the pure, unbridled and incomprehensible level of greed on display. And that's what, political comedy takes a stance against. We can laugh our guts out at the sheer fucking incompetence, because it is comical. And I love my soul, I love their media team. I know they hate them deep down. You'd have to. Imagine following around those fuckwits. At least the coffee posts have slowed down. I think less and less people want to be affiliated. I know I do. We should have, little stars in the corner of shops or something that are Liberal voters, and a little hole in the doorway for piddling. But shout out to Hobart for all the cafes closing and restaurants. I would do the same. People piddling in my shop doorways. Absolutely foul. It's a very militaristic feeling when you visit Hobart. It lacks soul and joy and fun. Like for me, I just want non-stop parties on the bus stop for cyclists to run through. I think, that's the next big cultural event worldwide. Is that some sports music? Fuck, that'd be gold. We can have the ironing board championships going on the pavement so people can sit and have coffees and watch. Fucking gold. The mindless thought that some dickhead with his dangly balls in lycra, because the greatest percentage of cyclists that use city bicycle lanes during the day are retired fuckwits in lycra. And these accountants with their dangly balls and their midlife crises are going to have heart attacks on little skinny bits of metal as they ram into children waiting for the bus. Or, as you're waiting for the bus, take a fucking, just run. Who needs beep tests? That's straight up in all Australians, especially the little kiddies up you get ready to get on the bus. Oh, the joy of it, the joy and the fun. And one last comment on kiddies, which is so bloody funny. The arty fucking boom, I don't know, post-industrial. I was trying to think of some Dada inspired amazing fucking music to introduce, but you just can't. I just want to weep for the children who have that piece of shit. Is it designed to hose the bird shit off? Like, I can see no logic to it, but the fucking group smacking swing. Oh, the Launceston Council as of July 26. Brochure, tomorrow together, forward, free for the future, hands holding or something, there's room for you if you're fucking lonely. Oh my God, who isn't going to be there at the lonely meeting, canvassing votes and selling these poor cunts, artificial partners? Oh, it's just criminal. It's just data harvesting. It's only the lonely that would vote for a council. Oh, fuck me. Too funny. But this council have put out a brochure or fuck knows what with a black background to, nighttime, pitch black, with this little child alone in a big fucking metal thing. It looks like death. It's the ugliest, most sterile. It's all fucking back to anathema or a bit of juxtapositioning. Shout out to anyone who was a drama student in the 80s. Bit of juxtapositioning. Why the whole moral concept of leaving a child alone in the pitch black, or the swings? Like, I'm led to believe that that nobody who has children or has encountered a playground or is, just trying to justify their pay, because you could just AI, the best in the world, and that's a 2-minute effort. Oh, it makes me laugh. Gosh, it makes me laugh. To the point of crying. Like, there's so many unanswered questions. And the first rule of conquering is to divide. And now that there is such, what's the term for it? I was going to say Kabbalah, but there's such a cohort of demonstrable evil linked to wealth that supersedes our existence. We now have our morals questioned, and while that's going on in the background, we're deflating from that. As Tasmanians, as Australians, we copped the fucking stadium. And being like an Australian and having grown up in Victoria, my soul bleeds because it's not the Melbourne I grew up in. But we also got an Australian Prime Minister on the global stage whom I can't physically listen to for there's no distinction between opening its mouth on red cordial and blithering on about a pay rise or something, and the denigration of what it wants to do to another woman, even though he's a married man. And I believe the sanctity of marriage is that you don't. That's the whole definition. And is it divine and mindless wokeism? Because to me, there is nothing lazier or stupider or a greater threat, because wokeism equals the denigration of reality it can be misappropriated to any format. It can be undefinable now. And also, so we're moving goalposts. But, sorry, I'm pausing so deeply just to think on if there is such a thing, because words are mutable, sound is mutable, lighting is mutable, thought is mutable, and we share a snapshot, we share a laughter, we share a moment of perception going, what the fuck? That is just so fucking wrong. It is making my soul cry. How wrong it is. So now I'm severely off topic, it's wonderful. I did start trying to talk about the comedy show. Oh, what the fuck happened to reality? So no, I'm back on point. But what the fuck did happen to reality? Truth, wokeism. Wokeism to me is where truth becomes hate speech and reality becomes mutable. Gotta write that down. It's just, how do you even converse? Where's the benchmark for even sanity? So, it's a bit of art from the 80s. Whoop, where are we? Bit of camera work from the non-compass. There we go. Oh, no we don't. Oh, must be the lighting, and it's a very cheap camera. But yeah, we'll Google further and find definitions of wokeism. But what is it? What is wokeism? When reality is now mutable. Which it always has been, I guess. You come in on the perspectives, but the foundational shared commonality and the irrefutable, the biological facts. Maybe I should say facts are now mutable, which is the saddest thing. Reality and fact. Facts are now fancy. Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh, and what was the last one? Truth is hate speech. Trying to do both, but I can't see it right or right to see. Truth is both. And the shelf's a bit wobbly. Truth is both. So where do you sort of round up and end your thinking and decide the purpose of political comedy is to ridicule and belittle and make merry and share and laugh and a force for change and the exhalation of happiness? Like, for fuck's sake, you could not get a more docile, dopey, dim-witted government. Thank you so much for sharing and listening, and what the fuck happened to reality is slowly taking shape. Be bright, be beautiful, and celebrate people. Goodbye.